Good evening, everybody. Welcome back tonight. We've got an absolute banger of a matchup here in our NA Diamond tier. It's the winners finals. The winner moves on to the grand finals. It's No Peel Gaming. It's Yuniverse. We'll see which one is going to lock up their top two spot in the CGL Diamond tier. I am joined tonight by To Try Hard Ray. How are you feeling tonight, Ray?
I am feeling fantastic. I know a couple of these players who I've played with earlier in the days back when I competed in CGL. To see them all the way here in the NA Diamond so many seasons later, I'm excited to watch winners finals. So one team is going to find themselves in the grand finals. They're going to be feeling great about themselves. And a great thing about this also, neither of these teams are going home. Regardless, if you lose here, you have a chance to regroup and go play Utopia Shangri-La in the losers finals.
Yeah, so both of these teams playing, like I said, for that top two spot, locked in, already top three, so they don't got to worry about that, but they do got to worry about each other. This is going to be an absolute banger matchup. It is one that we've seen a couple of times already throughout this season. No Peel Gaming currently is 2-0 over Yuniverse throughout the season, once in week 2 and once in the mid-season tournament, which No Peel Gaming went on to beat Utopia Shangri-La in the finals of that tournament. So No Peel Gaming, they've only dropped one match throughout the season, so they are definitely the people's favorite to win this tournament if I had to give one out. But Yuniverse and subsequently Shangri-La, they're no slouches either. They're both very, very good teams in this diamond tier. So I wouldn't be surprised to see any of these teams be in the grand finals.
Could not agree with you more. Will No Peel Gaming be able to make this 3 in a row, or will third time be the charm for Yuniverse as we take a look at No Peel Gaming's roster? We got returns with Hethrobo, Cotton Baller, Dopity Smokity, and Neko Neon, sorry. But I mean, I love a lot of these players' names, actually.
Yeah, sorry guys, Ray's just not anime enough.
I'm really not. I'm a casual anime fan, not a diehard.
Yeah, Ray just isn't in it like that. But let's see the challengers. Can they get their revenge this time? It's gonna be Yuniverse, Chef, and Awesome on the DPS, CNC on the tank, and Plague and Kiko bringing it up in the back line. Another really, really talented team. They did lose the last two, like we were saying, to No Peel Gaming, but I don't think either of them were sweeps. At least the mid-season one was not. Yeah, it was 3-1 for No Peel Gaming in the mid-season tournament. So obviously No Peel does have the edge, but Yuniverse has been known to make it interesting.
Yeah, this is a team where I know a lot of people, and I used to play on a team with Awesome, their DPS player, very good flex DPS player, and then their coach, Master Bacon. So, so he has a lot of brains behind the scenes. He's known for being a tough but very good coach. So can't wait to see how that's going to affect things tonight in this series. And with the series, we do have to start out on Control, and we are going to have that map pick in for you from No Peel Gaming, and we're going to Nepal.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I haven't seen a lot of Diamond gameplay. I have watched a bit of No Peel though. So the only thing that I can guarantee you is that Hethrobo's probably going to be playing Ashe. He is an excellent Ashe, to be 100% clear, for the side of No Peel Gaming, and one of the really big reasons that No Peel is as good as they are. Bro just finds so many early picks in these fights, headshots, dynamites, everything for Hethrobo's Ashe. It's just very, very good, and I expect them to be coming out on the Sigma from the side of No Peel Gaming. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something different, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the last game that I watched them play, they were playing the Sigma. I don't know much about Yuniverse, though.
Yeah, I want to see how these teams have progressed since we last casted. These teams in general, especially with the meta that dropped this past week, and how they've adapted and main thing. Like Bastion's not nearly as good as he used to be, so we probably don't see as much of that anymore. How do teams adjust, and which DPS are we going to see raised to the forefront, and which supports are we going to see teams favor with all the nerfs that came in? So I'm very excited to see this as we get into Nepal here shortly.
Yeah, and I was looking at the team sheets, and it looks like Yuniverse, they like to run the Arab dive, which is a wrecking ball with Flyer, Mercy, Lucio, if I remember correctly. That could work on a couple of points here on Nepal. I think Sanctum would be the only one that it would be a little bit questionable. But it's going to be hard to run that unless you can focus out or completely ignore Hathrobo on the Ashe. I mean, any flyer is going to be hard pressed to find a lot of value running into that Ashe of a Throbo. So, you know, they do say that they like to run that composition, but if they do, it'll be, you know, up to them to try and you know, jump on the Ashe or, you know, whoever might threaten their flyers.
Yeah, Throbo, extremely talented Ashe player, just dominates anyone and is very hard pressed when they try to get dough. Very good at trying to avoid using that coach gun to perfection and getting themselves out of any serious situations. So with Yuniverse, we talked about it. They've lost the 2 previous times they've played this team. Coming in, having to make some sort of adjustments. But the good thing about this is you got to feel pretty familiar with this team at this point. Even though you've lost twice, you have a feel for what they want to play. You probably know Hathrobo's going to play that Ashe. So you find a way to go after Hathrobo and put pressure on them and not allow them to take all those sight lines and do all the damage they do.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly believe that Hathrobo just, if you let Hathrobo, I know we're talking a lot about Hathrobo, but I mean, the thing is that Hathrobo will take over a lobby if you don't take down the yeah, if you don't focus that Ashe down, it will be a hard thing to do. But the thing is that No Peel is loaded with playmakers. Returns such a talented flex DPS, you know, plays the Genji Tracer, all the good stuff, and Cotton Baller, like, probably the best tank in the diamond tier. I mean, plays so smart all the time, knows when to and when to not fall, you know, fall in, fall back, all that kind of stuff. And then a great backline with Dopity and Neko. Neko does run an unconventional support in the Moira a lot of the time, but it's worked out for No Peel Gaming because I feel like Neko probably knows, you know, a good balance between when to damage and when to heal on the Moira.
Couldn't agree more, as we're going to see that SIG composition, as you talked about, coming out from No Peel Gaming, especially coming into this map for Sanctum. Playing the double hit scan is going to be key, especially when you see Chef, who Yuniverse is playing this wrecking ball composition, thriving on chaos, but it's going to be tough in disguise when you have a soldier and an Ashe shooting at you.
Yeah, those damage boosted rockets are going to be a nightmare if you can't knock that Pharah, if you can't clip their wings. Returns under so much pressure from the flanking Kiriko. Gonna take down Returns is Plague. Hathrobo also taking so much damage. Not able to find a lot of value just yet. And Yuniverse, with just that pick on 2 Returns, they're gonna get this first flip.
As Chef is doing a great job on this Pharah, playing the skies, but giving themselves cover to work around. As we see these rockets just raining down damage. They're not finding picks, but it's not allowing No Peel Gaming to push out. They're just stuck in this corridor trying to find an answer for Chef.
And Chef has that barrage ready to go, and it's used, and it's gone. But it doesn't even matter. Returns able to take down Chef, but it's just Returns and Dopity left. CNC and Awesome have taken over this fight, and even though the barrage went wide, Yuniverse did not. They retain their hold on the point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just domination coming out from Chef on this Pharah. Plague is now going to find Neko on the exiting pick as well, so that's going to be even more percentage, even more time you're wasting as No Peel Gaming is trying to find an answer. Returns is going to have this tactical visor, and they find Plague, so this is the opportunity they've been waiting for.
CNC not able to get a grab on any walls. They're going to pop the minefield. We'll see what comes out of this ultimate. It's just going to be No Peel Gaming walking out the other door. Just going to be a hard, avoid the minefield. Pretty good play there. Pretty smart. But here comes a tactical visor from Returns. Not going to find much of anything. A little bit of damage onto Chef, but that is about it. Trying to put some pressure on CNC on the wrecking ball, but Awesome in the background is going to take down Dopity, Smokity, and the barrage coming out. It's not going to find anything, but it does provide the cover fire for Kigo to bring back the wrecking ball. The Flux goes wide. They're not going to get anything, and though No Peel Gaming did get the flip here on the point, it's just them playing for this extra percentage. Neko is able to find Plague. I mean, they're bringing it back. No Peel Gaming, they don't have the resurrection from the side of Yuniverse, and they know that. So they're just trying to get CNC gone, and they retain the hold on the point, 27% and counting.
Yeah, and getting that flip early was key to No Peel Gaming. They've built up already a good chunk of percentage for a long sustained fight. They will have the ability to throw the bob in mid-rotation for Yuniverse. The problem is they just play extremely split, so it's going to be hard to find value on the bob. You might want to put it just in a nice open area to where it limits what Chef can do on this Pharah.
And they're back in the flank. Kiriko gets caught out this time. Unfortunately for the side of Yuniverse, Plague's aggressive playstyle is gonna get punished. And I mean, that was a good job of Chef trying to shove the players of No Peel into a locker over there in the corner. But they get away from it, and they're able to take down CNC. So without their wrecking ball, they're not going to be able to keep anything going here.
That they won't. You're going to have double DPS ultimates coming out from Yuniverse, but as the time ticks more and more, we are getting closer and closer to Final Fight territory. No Peel Gaming only work with support ultimates, but they've knocked Cotton Baller off the map.
Cotton Baller goes down, and Chef is able to blow up Returns. The barrage came out, but Chef was taken down. They will probably get the resurrection off on it to the Pharah, but the longer this goes, the longer excuse me, Yuniverse has to come back. I mean, the coalescence came out from Neko, but Returns has returned at 3 for the Soldier. Returns goes down, and it's just CNC and Chef left. CNC is gonna stay alive, but Chef cannot. Returns, such a big play for No Peel Gaming to kill 3 with the tactical visor, and as CNC goes down, No Peel Gaming gonna take Sanctum.
As a big comeback from No Peel Gaming after Yuniverse rattled off 82% to retake the point and never look back. Returns came alive on that Soldier 76, and they were finally finding an answer for every time CNC would roll in and disrupt things, and Chef would be able to follow up with those rockets, but they were able, with the Baptiste in the immortality field, to keep their team up long enough to find the picks and get what they needed to get done. As we now move over to Village, it looks like No Peel Gaming is wanting to stick with this D.Va, probably expecting some more of that wrecking ball, which I don't blame them. D.Va does a good job, especially with her changes to her micro missiles at taking on that wrecking ball. But Yuniverse is, they're going to change it up. They're going to play more of a brawl composition. They're going over to the Orisa. So I worry about Cotton Baller's matchup into the Orisa. There's not a whole lot of damage you can do to this Orisa with her Fortify and that Javelin spit she has available.
Cotton Baller, though, willing to take that risk, at least for now, has to. Dropping on to the point, trying to jockey for positioning in this little house down here. Yuniverse has the first little bit of progress, but nobody's gone down just yet. But Plague had to use the immortality field early. Returns not even scared a little bit of that disruptor shot as Cotton Baller tried to get aggressive, but that mech taking so much damage will be eviscerated. And Chef and Plague on the flank gonna be able to take down one each, and CNC getting aggressive here, gonna take down Dopity, and that's gonna be the first flip to Yuniverse.
Yeah, I was curious if No Peel Gaming was going to make some adjustments now that they've seen this composition from Yuniverse, and they are. They're going to have Returns go over to the Reaper, and they're going to have Cotton Baller play that Jungler Queen. So they're going to play a more brawly composition where they can unleash a lot of damage onto this Orisa, and the bleeds from Cotton Baller are going to be big, but that's a lot of damage onto him.
Hathrobo goes down now. Returns is so low. Everybody from the side of No Peel Gaming taking so much damage, and Chef coming alive right now will go down to Cotton Baller, who make the fight interesting. Awesome doesn't have an ice block, and Awesome goes down. So now Cotton Baller, with that commanding shout and the help of Hathrobo returning, looks to get aggressive on this point. They want to capture it right now before Yuniverse has a chance to come back, and they'll get it.
Yeah, they got a little too over-aggressive and just flew too close to the sun, and the wax wings melted. As No Peel Gaming is now going to have control of this point, and so many ultimates to be able to combat all the ones Yuniverse are coming into this next fight with. I worry about the Blizzard because you don't have defensive ults.
I would worry about the overclock just as much. They avoid the Blizzard, but Chef's overclock is not done. Absolutely roasting No Peel Gaming with the railguns. A dominant performance from this Sojourn.
It cost them a great deal of their ultimates to reflip that point, but they got Yuniverse to respond with every ultimate they had as well. So you will take that every day if you're No Peel Gaming. You're gonna have the Bob, you're gonna have the Death Blossom, and and Yuniverse is only gonna have the Bob and Death Blossom to come back in here and make something happen.
And they're trying to take this high ground. Yuniverse has locked it down up here. Some pressure onto the point by Returns. Carnage is gonna rip through a couple of people there, and the window comes out on the high ground. No Peel Gaming is just gonna drop down and say, hey, we don't need to peek your window. We're not scared if you can't look at it. As Neko throws in the skill orb, gonna be able to take down everyone for Taint Returns, though. A great play on the Death Blossom, but that was expensive. Both DPS ultimates expended for No Peel Gaming.
I mean, you kind of had to. That was final fight, or you were going to lose if you're No Peel Gaming. They are getting close to Kitsune Rush and Rampage if they can build that up in this fight. But Yuniverse is just around the corner to a Blizzard, and that's their win condition to bring this point to a map number 3.
And Awesome looking to cut somebody off. It will be Returns, but Returns has that Wraith form, going to get out and around the wall. But Chef once again on the off angle, taking down one to start the fight. But Cotton Baller with a big Gracie throw, gonna take down Chef. The Blizzard is in the wings here for Yuniverse. What will they do? They don't need it right now. Awesome so low, does not have the Rampage. Gonna be wide left for everybody. Not gonna hit a single soul. Kigo's able to take down Hathrobo, but it's a great play from Cotton Baller and Neko Nyan. They're gonna stay alive in this fight in the face of Chef's overclock. Neko gonna take down 2 to clean it up.
And you're going to have to get a cobbled together final fight for Yuniverse to try and come back. You're not going to have any ultimates to work with. Chef now going over to the Genji. And can they even make anything work? Because Kigo's just going to have to get in here very quickly.
Chef also switching over to that Tracer. A big dynamite from Hathrobo. Hits 3. One has to use the ice block to get rid of it. But Neko is dead. The Death Blossom comes out, and it kills 2! It kills 3! And Returns has put the map away with 4 kills for the Reaper. No Peel Gaming takes the ball.
That's gotta just take the wind out of your sails if you're Yuniverse to get the opening pick on to Neko, who had so much heals available to their team, and to lose that because Returns comes through with another huge Death Blossom. And that just shows No Peel Gaming being very smart, realizing the swaps they needed to make to give themselves a big time win condition and go up 1-0 in the series.
Hi Ray, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, no Peel Gaming. It's the clutch factor, right? They've been so dominant all season. I mean, there's a reason that they're the #1 team in the Diamond tier right now, and they just did all the right things, even if they make mistakes, which is expected. I mean, these teams are not Overwatch League teams, right? They're diamond. This is a diamond tier. They're not even the highest tier that we have here, so they're gonna make mistakes. But these players, they deserve respect for making plays when it matters, and No Peel Gaming does exactly that. Even if a rampage goes awry, there's always somebody on the side of No Peel Gaming to pick up the slack. And Cotton Baller, it was a rare miscue on that last rampage, but it just didn't matter because No Peel Gaming, they're just that good. They have playmakers at every position, and they're not scared of you. If you're going to give them an opening, they will rip it wide open, and Yuniverse gave them quite a few.
Couldn't agree with you more on that. As we now shift to our next map in the series, we know it's going to be hybrid, and the map pick will be Universes. We just kind of got in our ear what map that's going to be. It will be Hollywood. And the point I was going to make was, given the fact that they were playing Wrecking Ball earlier, they probably want a little bit more of an open hybrid map. You're not going to pick Kings Row if that's the kind of composition you want to play. So I think Hollywood is a good pick for them.
Yeah, I mean, I was joking about it with K-Wing during our game this afternoon, but if you're going to bet money on a first 3 maps of a series here in CGL, you'll win a lot of money betting on Lijiang Tower, Kings Row,
Saravasa.
Yeah, but I'd be a broke man if this was my money line right now. So yeah, Hollywood is interesting. It's not one that we see a lot because like I said, we see a lot of Kings Row. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like you can run the Sigma very, very well, though, if you're No Peel Gaming. And for the side of Yuniverse, you did bring it up. It is a pretty good map for that Wrecking Ball if that's what Yuniverse is coming out with on that Arab dive. And we'll see in just a couple of seconds if that's what they're going to do, and that's exactly what they're going to do. With the exception of the Pharah being replaced by a Widowmaker right now.
I'll talk more about No Peel Gaming since they're on the defense and they have to roll out with what they're coming onto the field with. So they are going to play that Diva composition that they kind of rolled out on after Yuniverse took a lot of percentage on Sanctum. And Diva's a great pick to go up against Wrecking Ball. Those micro missiles put so much pressure on CNC and forces him out much earlier than what you'd want as a Wrecking Ball. And they're going to throw a Bastion into that. So it's going to be just a lot of damage for Yuniverse to have to deal with. But because of the composition you're playing for Yuniverse with the Wrecking Ball, with the Tracer, with the Widow, you're all spread out. There shouldn't be a situation where returns can get a whole lot of value out of the Bastion just because of how split up everyone's playing. And, Tracer is very dodgy. It's going to be hard for a Bastion to take on Awesome.
And CNC hitting a bit of a rollout here onto the front high ground on point A, and Hathroba opens it up. A great shot onto Awesome. Returns, doesn't need to deal with the Tracer if Hathroba's got it locked down. That pick immediately is going to put Yuniverse on the back foot. They can't go in. Oh, well, I lied.
That they cannot. As Cotton Baller on the Diva now just trying to apply some pressure to this high ground, keep everyone at bay for Yuniverse as we see Hathroba throwing down some shots toward the Ash.
And they're able to take down CNC. Returns with a great pick onto the Wrecking Ball. That Bastion does so much damage, and a couple of great shots for Hathroba. Gonna put Plague in the dirt, and Hathroba with 2 here going to find this fight and blow it wide open. And Cotton Baller really didn't want Awesome to get that mega.
Yeah, this Wrecking Ball composition is going to be really tough to push into against this Diva, Bastion, Ash. At this point, if I was Yuniverse, I would definitely be highly considering going over to more of a Sigma-style composition. You have that Accretion Rock to deal with Diva, plus you have your E and your shield that can help limit a lot of the damage that Returns is going to have available.
And now Chef switching over to the Genji. The dive is here for Yuniverse. CNC and Chef together, not quite able to find a pick. But Chef's kind of locked into this corner, but CNC opens it up on it to return. So that is a lot of damage gone, but Hathrobo will not give up. The Ashe here going to put some shots, force out the recall onto Awesome, who gets the nano boost actually. So the nano is out for Yuniverse as Bob enters the fray once again. Maybe a bit of a misguided Bob as it gets put to sleep, but it'll force Yuniverse to back up. CNC's not done rolling through yet, and Plague's able to take down returns as they did return. I mean, a great fight here. They're just stalling out time here for No Peel. Chef able to drop Hathrobo, and Yuniverse finally finding the opening that they so desperately needed. Forced out a couple of really big ultimates. And No Peel Gaming is changing it up a little bit. Return switching off of the Bastion onto the Cassidy moving forward.
Yeah, Chef going over to the Genji to help out with these dives from CNC and Awesome. I think it's just a smart decision going forward. It was going to be tough for you to be able to sync up with just a Tracer and a Ball and look for picks against a Diva, a Bastion, and Ashe. That's just a tough job to ask. So you add in that Genji. They're going to have Blade this next fight. They're going to have Kitsune Rush. A lot of tools to work with because regardless of the changes you've made, No Peel Gaming wasted a lot of time.
Some great peel by Cotton Baller to keep Dopey Smokity alive. Now they're running away to the high ground. CNC does not want that to happen as the Pulse Bomb comes out. Not going to find a target. Has to use the recall. Does Awesome. And Chef just trying to throw these shurikens in. Find a little bit more damage. But with Hathrobo going down, this fight is not looking good for No Peel Gaming. But Yuniverse, they're just letting the cart roll backwards.
Yeah, as you know, we forgot to mention this, but Vertical Frog coming in for Kigo, so more of a double flex support setup for Yuniverse makes sense coming in to a map like Hollywood as Cotton Baller and Nico have come back and they have fired back.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Yuniverse had to send a representative to go push the cart back because with No Peel Gaming returning, finding all those picks, I mean, that was just free cart progress that they didn't get. Now the shots from Hathrobo, a headshot on to Plague in the backline under a lot of pressure by CNC. The Genji is so low, gonna get the Nano Blade. The dash is gonna come out, gonna take down Hathrobo, cuts down at Neko. Can they find the Baptiste? They will find the Baptiste. Chef cooking right now. That's 4 for the Genji. Now it's up to the Diva, and there's not going to be anything in the ace for Chef.
Incredible job. Nano Blade coming through to perfection. I mean, No Peel Gaming is not really running any kind of defensive. I mean, you have Rally, but you didn't have that online yet. So it was really just free. So you're able to slice and dice, and now you put this to where you only need to win one more fight to get this point B as the mines now come out and it forces out Immortality Field.
Returns also switching once again, coming out on the Genji. Plague under a lot of pressure was taken down by Returns. Chef on this high ground. And it locked in a 1v1 with Cotton Baller of all people. We'll see if they can make this a similar kind of play as they did earlier, but nah. Returns is going to be able to get that Genji dap down. And this fight is not looking great for Yuniverse, and Cotton Baller with the Sniper Diva able to take down Vertical Frog to end the fight.
I mean, again, it's just so back and forth. Both of these teams are so talented. No Peel Gaming, when their backs are against the wall, they really have that clutch factor. 40 seconds left on the clock. It's going to come down to one final fight, and we see Returns very close to this Blade. I feel like for No Peel Gaming, that's what you're looking for. Pulse comes out, and it's wide.
Here is the Kitsune Rush on the high ground. And No Peel is just looking to get away from it, but Chef will not let them cut down Dopey Smokity. And the bomb going to come out from Cotton Baller to try and get back in mech. Will and Hathrobo is able to burn it down at Chef with that dynamite as the minefield comes out to try and push this cart forward. Returns, keeps the fight alive, but drops right down into the minefield. Dopey Smokity comes out, TPing through the wall, gets taken down as well. So it's just up to Neko Nyan and the gang here. They're going to come back. They're going to take down Neko. Chef gonna cut down Hathrobo, and I mean an absolutely stunning attack fight here for Yuniverse. They're gonna get B.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was poor target focus coming out. Well, I wouldn't say target focus. I'd say target selection coming out from No Peel Gaming. They're sitting here shooting the Wrecking Ball CNC, while Awesome is literally right behind them with about 50 health left, just shooting them on an off angle, and they didn't even look at him. So he's able to lay a bunch of damage onto them. They're able to buy time for their team to get back, and that was just it. No Peel Gaming forfeit point B. Again, they have continued to just waste a lot of time, so you're only going to get 2 good attacks on this third point if you're Yuniverse.
And I mean, that's an awful pick. You don't like to see that if you are Yuniverse. Chef going down so early. Cotton Baller almost has the self-destruct once again, using it as a demeching, or a remeching tool, that is, most of the time. Just trying to soak up this damage. Awesome does have a pulse bomb ready to go, and the dive is out from CNC. Hathrobo with the coach gun able to just slyly escape CNC's grasp, and Cotton Baller is able to take down Plague, gets demeched, but like I said, has the self-destruct ready to go. The pick does come through, the trade is good, tank returns, goes down, and CNC, like you were saying, the Diva putting a lot of pressure on to the Wrecking Ball. Ooh, Chef gets the cleanse, so the Genji's gonna stay alive here. A great job peeling for your Genji from the side of Yuniverse, and the Genji receives the nano boost, has the Dragon Blade, gonna cut down another couple of people here, and was that a deflect? No, Chef just able to take down the Diva mech, and if you're Cotton Baller, you're a sad, sad man, as you cannot get back in a mech here. The Genji has came out of spawn here for No Peel Gaming, but to no avail. The Dragon Blade is just too late. Yuniverse is going to fully capture Hollywood.
But again, still an extremely impressive defense, all things considered. You got them to overtime. Both teams should feel pretty happy. Yuniverse, you're able to cap all 3 points, and No Peel Gaming, you made it to where they have no time left on the clock. So if you have a very good offense here where, you know, maybe you cap with over a minute on the clock, you're setting yourself up in a win or draw situation. So I feel like if you're No Peel Gaming, as I talked about, I feel like when you're going against these Wrecking Ball compositions, they're thriving on confusing you and making you guys look in different directions. So they just have to do a better job of, I mean, they did a great job on that point of making sure they stick to one target. They just got to make sure they pick the right targets and focus the right ones. And if they make that adjustment, I think they could be looking at a 2-0 situation here. Yuniverse, you got to keep going. The chaos you're causing is working very well, but I feel like it's taking a lot of time because they're not syncing up on these dives fast enough. When they do, it's just awesome, and they just blow up the team of No Peel Gaming, but it needs to be more consistent.
Yeah, and looking at the composition for No Peel Gaming, it's going to be much of the same here. Returns headed over to the Soldier 76 this time. Off of the Genji, we'll see what kind of impact he is going to have. Looked like maybe wanted to switch, but okay. CNC in the back, being a sneaky little rat. What can they find? Looks like they want to get a slam in here. We'll roll through the supports and Hathrobo, but won't really find much of anything in the way of picks or damage. Returns under a lot of pressure, and Cotton Baller anteed up. Maybe they can find a pick there. Will not be able to. Cotton Baller still on this high ground, providing a lot of cover here. But Hathrobo goes down. A great pick, a great dive from Yuniverse as they continue to go on, and Neko Nyan gets squished to a pulp. Returns is able to take down Awesome, and it's a 2-for-2 trade here for No Peel Gaming and Yuniverse. So No Peel Gaming still has 3 people in the fight, and their spawn is just that little bit closer. So they're going to try and pressure the point here as CNC rolls up to Hathrobo. Some great peel from Cotton Baller. So much for No Peel Gaming. They're going to keep CNC from getting the pick on to Hathrobo. It's just up to CNC to try and keep this point alive as Yuniverse returns. No Peel did get a pick, and Awesome is able to find the shots on it to Hathrobo. A massive anti-grenade from Plague, and the nano boost on to Awesome is going to keep this going for Yuniverse. They're looking electric right now. They are going to find the mech of Cotton Baller, but the bomb is there to get the re-mech out. Chef Solo has the Dragon Blade, needs some healing. What can they get? Chef gonna get the support from Vertical Frog, as this fight just never ends as the Dragon Blade enters the fray. They're gonna be able to take down Chef. It'll be a trade though. Dopity Smokity leaving after getting rolled through by CNC. Pulse Bomb from Awesome not going to be finding a target here, and Vertical Frog Solo has the rally, not gonna get a chance to pop it. No Peel Gaming. It took a little bit of time, but they're gonna get A.
Yeah, it cost them a decent chunk of ults, but that's fine. You get the point. You get the exiting pick onto CNC, and now you're going to be able to get some nice, good progress on this cart. I think it was very smart, Vertical Frog, just to let themselves die. Don't commit the rally to that fight. You're going to need that to try and sustain yourself on this point B defense, but Cotton Baller has found Awesome, and that's just going to continue to increase the amount of free cart distance they're going to be able to achieve.
I mean, Hathrobo coming over onto the Tracer, I assume, got annoyed with getting jumped on by CNC. The Pulse Bomb's going to be good for Plague. I mean, the adaptations from No Peel Gaming have looked very, very good thus far throughout this series. CNC's going to roll through Neko, but not going to be able to find the follow-up onto the Moira. Dopity Smokity doing a great job of keeping their teammates alive, and it'll be a trade. Vertical Frog for Hathrobo here as CNC jumps in, and Awesome has to get out. No HP to speak of. Ooh.
Yeah, you're just continuing to bleed if you're Yuniverse. You haven't really gotten a full grouped up team fight. You just keep finding picks left and right. Plague getting the pick onto returns is a great start, but you gotta find more. Okay, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, Neko once again turned to a fine pace by CNC, and with the pick onto Dopity Smokity, No Peel Gaming is just gonna say, hey, we're happy with the point progress we got right now. We're just gonna back out, regroup.
Yeah, as we see returns going over to the Reaper, to me that's a peculiar pick. I feel like, Chef going to be able to keep his distance, put a lot of pressure on you. Same thing with Awesome. Wrecking Ball has so much mobility, so it's like, who are you going to be laying all this damage onto? Like, where do you see yourself getting into close quarters? But Cotton Baller finds Plague.
I mean, Cotton Baller has been elite on this Diva dive, but Awesome is going to even it up here with a pick onto Dopity Smokity. Looking at Cotton Baller on the Diva, has the self-destruct ready to go once again. I don't know if you pop it here as Neko has gone down. Returns has also been taken down. And so, Yuniverse once again coming out on top of this fight. I think that was like the first real full-length fight that we've gotten here on Point B.
Definitely was. No Peel Gaming has just been stockpiling an arsenal of ultimates to come to this next fight. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Yuniverse has done a great job of... There goes the Diva Bomb.
Can they find anything? They find Vertical Frog, but Chef will get Cotton Baller down before the remech comes through. Hathrobo's Pulse Bomb came out, but no dice for the Tracer. They're going to have to be so safe, and they can't get out with Return's life. Hathrobo not scared just yet. Has to get out, has to live. And the pressure's still coming through from Yuniverse.
Yeah, to me, again, this Reaper pick is still peculiar. You're getting close to that Death Blossom. You're going to have both your support ultimates, but Awesome finds the pick onto Dopity Smokity.
I mean, the picks just keep coming through. Yuniverse is just suffocating No Peel Gaming right now. They're not even allowing a fight to begin. So No Peel Gaming, I mean, as the picks just keep coming in, I mean, they just keep getting staggered.
As to me, it feels like No Peel Gaming has started to play a little bit of Universe's game. Hathrobo was on the Tracer trying to go up against Awesome. Now you have them going over to Soldier 76. It feels like they're just reeling and they're trying to find an answer. I mean, you're still going to have these support ultimates, but it's Universe just seems like they're clicking on all cylinders.
And the Nano Visor's gonna come out, and that will do it! I mean, an absolutely stunning defense from Yuniverse is gonna lock down Hollywood, and they're gonna take this point and even up our series.
This is what I needed to see out of Yuniverse. I said when they were on it and when the dives were synced up and working well, they were obliterating the team of Yuniverse. No Peel Gaming. Their problem was just consistently getting these dives and finding these targets. They finally brought it all together on point B. Constantly you found CNC going in there with Awesome in their backline bothering them. Then you have Chef on another angle. So it was beautiful, and there was nothing they could do about Plague and Chef on that high ground. They were playing beautifully. Plague has been a silent carry for them. The anti-nades have been superb, and it's just the nanos coming in at the perfect times.
And you know, those two things are great. But when your Ana is able to balance healing perfectly and find picks in no man's land, sheesh, man. Like, you love to see that every single time from your supports, especially if it's not like one of the DPS carry supports like Baptiste or Iari or Kiri or Zen. You know, Ana isn't the character that you expect to be finding a whole bunch of picks, but Plague has done it. You know, started off fights. 3 or 4 fights were started off by Plague in these 2 maps. So great play by Yuniverse on that map, but moving forward, it'll be No Peel Gaming's map pick going into map number 3. But as it stands, we're going to cut it to a short break. And when we come back, we'll see what No Peel Gaming picks and if they can stop Yuniverse's momentum moving forward.
Got lots of love. Love. 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 Got lots of love. Love.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We've got a hell of a series on our hands right now. Yuniverse able to even up the score on Hollywood moving forward. It's going to be No Peel Gaming's pick going into map number 3, and we already know where we're going. We're going to beautiful India. It's Suravasa.
We were talking during the break about the fact that Yuniverse was able to force Hethrobo off that Ashe and how much No Peel Gaming plays around that. So how will No Peel Gaming respond going forward? Are they going to continue to try and throw Hethrobo back on that Ashe, or have they decided it's just not going to be possible against this chaotic ball composition that Yuniverse has been playing? And how is that going to affect their compositions going forward? Suravasa, Flashpoint, going to be all about speed, rotating, moving fast. So I think this Wrecking Ball composition is just exactly that for Flashpoint. So I definitely think it's going to slightly favor Yuniverse coming into this map, but like we mentioned, No Peel Gaming's map pick. They must have something in mind.
My money is towards a Junker Queen composition here for No Peel Gaming. They came out on the Junker Queen on Nepal in map number 1. Didn't really have the chance to use anything but the Diva on Hollywood. But coming into Suravasa, I mean, it's one of the most popular off meta tank picks, right? That speed is so invaluable with the commanding shout, especially paired with a Lucio. I mean, that's kind of where my mind goes if No Peel Gaming wants to come out on Suravasa swinging. And as we get into the map here in just a few seconds, we'll see what the teams are going to come out with. And I know Cotton Baller has a very good Junker Queen, so that's what I'm expecting. Doomfist, maybe.
As it looks like for Yuniverse, they're the ones going to go over to the Junker Queen composition. I like the Lucio coming into play. As I mentioned, speed and being able to rotate and move fast and quickly is a big part of Flashpoint. For No Peel Gaming, they're playing a Doomfist composition. I still question this Reaper pick coming out from Returns. It didn't work very well against the composition that Yuniverse is playing, where they're playing a lot more spread out. I mean, given that Yuniverse is going more for a brawl now, it might work out better, but I don't like that they're not playing a Lucio.
Yeah, it'll be really, really interesting here for No Peel Gaming. You know, Cotton Baller, a very talented tank in their own right, trying to put some pressure on to Plague. Carnage is going to cut through Cotton Baller, who only has 5 HP, make that 0 for the Doomfist player. A great knife on 2 returns, forces out the Wraith as Chef goes down here. Another great knife. I mean, it just feels like CNC's not able to miss right now. And, well, as I say that, I mean, still, though, the damage is great. But with Cotton Baller returning, Chef not able to come back nearly as fast, but CNC cutting down Hethrobo. Cotton Baller's return has been monumental, though. It's still such a scrappy fight here. as Cotton Baller looks to try and get that empowered punch, but 100 HP. It's going to be tough as Chef returns, takes down Dopity Smokity, and the side of Yuniverse is very, very happy with that. They're going to get the fight in the flip.
Plague coming through and getting that crucial pick onto Neon and not allowing them to be able to keep Cotton Baller alive in that fight was big. So Plague coming through big for their team once again. But CNC was the story of that first fight. Survived for so long, found so many crucial picks. No Peel Gaming, however, coming back. Neon's going to have the Coalescence to be able to push in this fight.
Window comes out from Plague, but shoved aside by Cotton Baller and the gang. But Chef once again throws out a great railgun as the Dragon Blade finds one themselves, and this will be really, really tough for No Peel Gaming to come back on here with on Market. I mean, they're only going to have one more chance, if that.
Yeah, the question is, do you look to try and take another attack? You are going to have Tactical Visor and Death Blossom to use. You're going to have to be very weary of this overclock from Chef and the fact that Vertical Frog is going to have the sound barrier to be able to push into this fight.
Here's the overclock thrown out by Chef. What can he cook? The Meteor Strike going to be used by Cotton Baller as Chef finds one, and CNC so low gets saved by the sound barrier, and CNC, despite going below 100 HP, is going to come alive with the help of that overhealth, and the overclock from Chef paired with CNC's dominance on the Junker Queen going to lock Market up for Yuniverse.
And that sound barrier coming from Vertical Frog was heightened by the fact that Chef with the overclock took out Returns early in that fight, who had the Death Blossom online. If that Death Blossom would have been in that fight, who knows how that fight would have turned. So big shout outs to the entire team of Yuniverse as they have found their momentum and found their confidence, and they have come back with a bang.
And an aggressive play from Returns, and with the help of the damage Chef dealt, Awesome is able to dash up and cut down on Returns. And the Kitsune Rush comes out from Dopity Smokity. This is a tragic play for No Peel Gaming, down 2. They have to just get out.
Yeah, you can't look to push with that, so that's a wasted ultimate in that fight, especially if you could have comboed it with that Death Blossom. That would have been an insane, kind of like Beyblade combination coming out, as Yuniverse is now taking great defensive control, and Chef already almost has another overclock.
As this fight begins once again, Awesome opens it up once again, and Returns finds one with the Blossom, but it's not enough. Chef and Plague, they come alive after the Death Blossom, and despite Awesome going down, it's just nobody left alive. No more cut down by Plague.
No Peel Gaming have been playing composition roulette. They've had Cotton Baller on the Doomfist, and they were on the Junker Queen. Now they've swapped over to the Orisa, hoping that this extra sustain and just ability to stay longer in these fights and staying up to let their DPS make plays is going to be enough.
And Cotton Baller entering the fight as the overclock gets thrown by Chef. The Rampage comes out, and Neko using the Coalescence. It's not going to be enough. Yuniverse takes us to map point.
Yeah, that was really, really tough. That was a great wall from Returns, made CNC's Rampage get absolutely 0, but it didn't matter. Chef came through with a huge overclock, and now Yuniverse is 1 point away from going up 2-1 and putting themselves on match point, and they have 2 ultimates to continue the momentum they've built.
And No Peel Gaming, once again, they can't settle on a tank composition right now. Cotton Baller switches over to the Wrecking Ball here, coming in to Ruins. Hathrobo pops the Tactical Visor, but the sound barrier from Vertical Frog is going to deny the power as Awesome cuts down Dopity. And I mean, Yuniverse continues to keep their chokehold on No Peel Gaming. Hathrobo switching over to the Ash, the comfort picks coming through.
The aggression coming out from Yuniverse. They are not allowing No Peel Gaming to take any kinds of angles. not allowing them to take space, which is great. This is how you want to be playing if you're Universe in this composition, and they are just looking impressive as Chef coming in this fight with an overclock, but we're going to have a Kitsune rush. Hopefully they can take advantage of it this time.
They tried to cut CNC off with the May wall, but it's not going to get the value that they wanted. CNC just walked around it as the overclock is used, and Chef returns a new one, able to take the head off of the May as Cotton Baller throws CNC into the minefield. So the Junker Queen is gone, but Yuniverse, they still have the numbers. Is awesome. Refuses to go down. Nobody smoking. He is the last alive, and Yuniverse 3-0 on Suravasa. They take us to match point. No Peel Gaming are sweating.
As that was just poor execution from No Peel Gaming. You had a Kitsune rush. You had a Blizzard, and Returns just went to the middle of the point and used Ice Block to keep himself alive. They knew once that was up that you had to be focused on because you had Blizzard. You just made it too easy for Yuniverse, and their domination has just been shown on this map. As like we mentioned, they have all of the momentum in their favor now, and now they're in a position where they just have to win one more map, and they will make the third time being the charm, and they'll be moving on to grand finals.
I mean, yeah, Yuniverse, they're just playing so fundamentally sound. This time, it's so different than map 1, because map 1, No Peel was the team making all of the great plays that they needed. I mean, the clutch plays for Yuniverse these past couple of maps have just been unstoppable. I can't say enough good things about how Yuniverse has been playing on Hollywood and on Suravasa. I mean, No Peel Gaming, you know, after they captured A on Hollywood, they could not find anything on B after they, you know, the long non-fights. And then on Suravasa, I mean, they just got dominated by Yuniverse on Suravasa. There was not a time where I felt that Yuniverse was really scared that they would lose, you know, even a point, let alone the map. So Yuniverse was so comfortably ahead of No Peel Gaming on Suravasa that moving into push, I mean, No Peel Gaming has got to come up with something, and we have a map selection from No Peel Gaming. It's going to be Esperanza.
I think with this map pick, Hathrobo should be able to play that comfort pick of the Ash. You'll have those high grounds that you can perch yourself on. You can get a lot of damage with those dynamites in the open areas. Again, it's still tough sledding because I think this Wrecking Ball is still a composition that's going to be extremely viable on Esperanza if that's where Yuniverse wants to go. The Junker Queen could still work, so they're going to be pretty much be able to play whatever they want on this map. But No Peel Gaming has to make some sort of adjustments because Yuniverse, they're just getting aggressive, getting in their face, and No Peel Gaming has had no answer for it so far.
I mean, yeah, since map number 1, like I said, you said, even Yuniverse, they lost Nepal, and something clicked in their brains where they just decided that I don't want to lose anymore. And their way of deciding they're not going to lose, they're just not going to stop moving. Every single thing that they've done in these last 2 maps that have put them onto match point has just been in thanks to their unbridled aggression. And No Peel Gaming, you know, they've been knocked off of their comfort, right? They want to run that Ash. They want to run the Sigma, the Junker Queen. They can't get comfortable enough to run what they want to run, and that is what you've got to do against a team as good as No Peel Gaming is. And it's what Yuniverse has done so well, is they've taken No Peel out of their comfort zone. And if No Peel Gaming can't, you know, take a breath, say, hey, we're down, but we're not out yet. We can take this map and we can take the next one. If they can't sit down and take a breath and not let it get to them, they're going to the losers bracket.
And if we can head into Escort for the final map, most of those maps are going to be extremely favorable for that Ashe that Hethrobo has wanted to play time and time again. As we load into Esperanza for the side of Universe, they will be playing that Wrecking Ball that they've been playing. It's been working so well. It looks like they are going to have Chef go back to that Pharah that we saw previously on Sanctum. A lot of free skies to work with for No Peel Gaming. They will play the Orisa composition. Going to have this Reaper once again, so it's going to be tough to find value for returns. But Hethrobo's on this Soldier. It's really their only answer to this Pharmacy. I think it's going to be tough sledding for Hethrobo to win against this Pharmacy as Soldier.
Yeah, I think if you are No Peel Gaming, you have to focus out Plague. You know, the Ana now, a lot of these players are not going to be focused on peeling right now. So you've got to be able to take out the Ana when she is alone, and Plague is a great Ana, but he should be able to stay alive in most fights, as Dopity Smokity's already down. Chef blows up the Kiriko, and that's already the first fight done.
Just insane. I mean, what do you do against this Pharah? Soldier does not do enough damage to help kill this Pharah through a Mercy Pocket. You need someone else to be able to help out with this, as now we see Cotton Baller going over to the Diva. That's going to be their answer. Now they're going to have the ability to fly up to this Pharah, and they'll be able to limit Chef's damage he does with those rockets with that defense matrix.
Yeah, and returns also coming back out on the Bastion. So they're looking to deal so much damage to this flyer of Chef. And as it stands right now, Plague has not been put under any pressure. And here we go. Able to get knocked away, but Chef, of all people, is the one that goes down there, jumping up, getting folded by Hethrobo. But the resurrection coming through immediately, and the barrage is good for Hethrobo. And despite returns getting that grenade stuck onto Chef, CNC is coming alive here. 3 for the Wrecking Ball, and the Diva so low, gets demacked, and they're just going to leave Cotton Baller alone.
Yeah, the amount, the fact that you went down on the Pharah is okay, because you found the pick and you put enough damage on the rest of the members that CNC is able to clean up. Chef is now going to go over to that Echo, and I think especially now that we have returns going over to the Bastion, the sticky bombs with that focusing beam is going to be a lot better dealing with a Bastion and that Soldier. So it's going to make their job a lot easier. Universe, 3 ultimates on the field, as No Peel Gaming has just been on the back foot since that point B attack of Hollywood.
Yeah, and I mean, already off to such a hot start, an almost 70-meter lead as the Nano Boost comes out onto Awesome, rips through the health pool of returns, dealing a lot of damage to Hethrobo. Not able to get the pick there, but so much, and Neko not able to get out, has to go through the minefield, cannot do it, and I mean, this is just looking better and better for Universe as we get a pause coming through.
But it's looking really good for Universe. Their aggression continuing to pay off time and time again. Chef, fantastic on that Pharah, comboing with CNC and Awesome with that Tracer Wrecking Ball combination. I mean, now you're on Echo, so it's going to be even worse, because if these targets between the Tracer Dive and the Wrecking Ball slams go even to half, that focusing beam is just going to wipe you out one by one. So I think this combination's even more deadly than with the Pharah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do have a bit of a DC coming through. It will be returns, not in the game at the moment. So we can't really fix it, unfortunately, but hopefully returns is going to be able to get back into the game here shortly. But yeah, I mean, Universe already has a colossal lead. They've unlocked the checkpoint. They've got close spawns. And they've got an 80-90 meter lead here on Esperanza. So they look to put the dagger into No Peel Gaming right now. They want to get their revenge.
That they do, and they're so close to tasting the sweet revenge. Just, I mean, what, like 50 more meters to bring it home. They're going to have a pulse bomb to use in this fight, but No Peel Gaming, so much in their pocket to be able to use. There's the Ant Matrix. It's going to force a lot of these players back.
Yup, and I mean, Dopity Smokity threw out the Amp Matrix, but not able to get a lot done with it, as Cotton Baller has to use the self-destruct to get back into mech. They have to find their footing if they want to have even a chance, but Chef rips it away. Just like that, Dopity Smokity is dead once again. A terrible fortune here for No Peel Gaming as Cotton Baller tries to get aggressive. They're able to take down Plague though. So the Ana on the side of Yuniverse is dead. He's the one that you need to find out if you're Yuniverse. That is so much of their healing gone. If you can take out that Ana, as I mean, the bot has come back through, but Chef keeps finding picks.
Yes, but because you found Vertical Frog on this Mercy, Yuniverse for sure has to back out here. You should be able to get some progress here. It looks like they're going to continue to fight here. They have the numbers here. They're going to get the D-Mech and the Cotton Baller.
They're going to get the D-Mech, and they're going to get the kill. Okay, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll get, well, they'll get a kill. The Immortality Field not going to be able to help much as CNC coming alive here. One with the slam, one with the minefield, one with the fists of the hamster. 3 for CNC. And the bot's going back toward that barrier.
Pressure is mounting for No Peel Gaming. All they have is a Coalescence, but they are running into a Pulse Bomb, a Nano, and a Duplication. Chef has just been the big time piece on this map. Who are they going to dupe, and are they going to make a big play for their team to send them to the next round?
Here we go, Chef trying to put the pressure on to Cotton Baller. As the Coalescence comes out, they're able to take down Vertical Frog. So a great early pick here on to the mercy of Yuniverse. Chef does have this duplicate if they want it. Not able to burn it down Cotton Baller just yet. CNC wants to get this slam in, looking for it, getting information for the team. Gonna swing through Hothrobo. Not gonna go down, but Plague will. A great pick onto the Ana of Yuniverse, and the bot finally will start moving toward for No Peel Gaming, that is.
This is the momentum No Peel Gaming has been hoping for to build, as now we see the pressure coming onto Hothrobo, on that Ashe, on that Comfort pick. But will they be able to stick it? The Dynamite's going to come out and put a lot of pressure on to Chef on this Echo, as the Valkyrie's forced to be popped to keep CNC alive.
Yeah, Chef took a nice little shot there from Hothrobo, and the anti-grenade is not gonna be enough. As the tactical visor comes out, it takes down Vertical Frog. Chef is in the duplicate, but has that extra little bit of life, able to stay alive. Takedown returns, and Dopity Smokity. The bomb is gonna come out for the remake, and I mean, No Peel Gaming, they desperately want butt scratch right now, and it looks like they might get it, but CNC and Chef have returned, and even with the picks coming through for No Peel Gaming, Yuniverse's picks are just that much better, and it'll be going back towards the Yuniverse barrier.
Yeah, and the res comes in on Chef, so that is just going to have to be a regroup. Unfortunately, not getting those forward spawns that No Peel Gaming desperately needed to try and fight back in this series, but that's a great start to try and come back. Chef is down, and the res has already been used.
No, but they're able to take down Cotton Baller. What an unfortunate turn of events, but the good thing, Yuniverse did not get the close spawn, but CNC taking out Dopity Smokity, and they'll get the checkpoint back. That's the word I'm looking for. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to speak English, my first language, but you know, it happens to the best of us. But they get the checkpoint, and they just decide we don't need to go any further. We can get out, as the nano boost comes on the Chef, and Chef burns down Hothrobo. The momentum that Yuniverse is harboring right now, it just doesn't stop.
2 minutes left on the clock for No Peel Gaming to keep their grand finals aspirations alive without going to the losers bracket. CNC finds Dopey Smokey, and the okay, returns
with 2 in kind, but a throw. Chef doesn't stop. CNC and Chef have completely taken over this game, and Cotton Baller has the self-destruct, but is under so much pressure. Won't get demeched just yet, but they will not allow the picks to come through. And Plague on the DPS takes down Neko Nyan, and it just keeps going for Yuniverse. They want this revenge. They want their spot in Awesome with the Pulse Bomb. Returns goes down. The lead grows.
1 minute left on the clock. You're going to have both of your DPS ultimates to commit to this fight. Yuniverse has had to commit pretty much all they had. Chef's the only one who can throw something in here to try and keep things alive. The Diva Bomb comes out, but they're able to get around the corner, but Chef is down.
Chef goes down. That's the hard character right now. Has the duplicate, gets the resurrection, but they're able to take down Chef. Or not Chef, but Plague, but Chef. I was just looking at the kill feed. Chef got another kill, because who else? Throbo was able to rip the heads off the shoulder of Awesome. The duplicate came out from Chef, though. So looking to build up to a coalescence here very, very quickly. Probably won't get it, but I mean, CNC just continues to be a gnat, keeping this bot from moving.
You're looking at 3 to 4 fights you're gonna have to string together and win to be able to take this map and force a map number 5. You have 2 DPS ultimates. Oh, they're gonna stack them on top of each other. That's not gonna be good, even if they end up winning this fight.
I mean, Chef finds another pick. That's just a tragedy for No Peel Gaming. Throbo is down, and I mean, CNC gets resurrected. I was gonna say does not have the close spawns, but you know, it doesn't matter if the Mercy just brings him back. Slams on the bot. I mean, Cotton Baller's trying to control this area, but Chef again finds nobody smoking, and Awesome has returned on the Tracer. I mean, the Nano Boost is out on the Chef, who has another duplicate. Gets the duplicate on the Mercy, takes down Cotton Baller, and Yuniverse have done it. They've gotten their revenge. Third time was the charm. They're going to the grand finals.
Shout outs to Yuniverse. They had played this team 2 times, hadn't gotten the win, but they just absorbed all the knowledge. They were AI. They have learned from all the mistakes and all the data they had, and they come through with this Wrecking Ball composition that absolutely tore through the team of No Peel Gaming. They always were constantly looking from so many different directions, whether it was in front of them with the Wrecking Ball, above them with the Echo, behind them with the Tracer. All of the teams were playing so well, and then you had to deal with the fact that anti-nades could come into the play with Plague, Baptiste damage. It was just played to perfection for Yuniverse, and they're going to the grand finals.
I mean, they played this match so perfectly, man. Like, I couldn't have asked them to do any better, and I mean, everybody on the team did great, but Chef cooked. Whether it was on Genji or Tracer or Echo on that last map, I mean, they knew that if Chef could get rolling, that it would be game over. So they put everything they had into Chef, the Mercy Pocket, the Nano Boost, and Chef did not disappoint. I mean, I don't think Chef made an egregious mistake in those last 3 maps. Just took over. CNC and Chef were like, they were basically unkillable for most of the match.
True testament to their supports from Plague and Vertical Frog. So both of them played amazingly. I talked about time and time again, Plague was like the silent just carry for them. anti-nades, immortality fields, healing. They were doing it all without being super flashy in the kill feed like Chef and CNC and Awesomeware. So shout outs to No Peel Gaming, though. They're going to have a chance. They get to go against Shangri-La Utopia in the losers finals, which will be this incoming week. And hopefully they'll have a chance to learn from their mistakes in this game and hopefully get revenge on Yuniverse in the grand finals. But for us, that's pretty much going to wrap things up. Like to thank In the Fletch for casting with me, everyone behind the production scenes, Head, Rammer, Little Joe, and Orange for producing and observing. We could not do what we do if you guys did not do your jobs fantastically like you do. And thank you all out there in the chat for tuning in to another amazing match from CGL. I've been 2TryHardRay, joined by In the Fletch, and we'll see you at another broadcast.
You do